in this year, this 2025 is going to be an awesome year in your life if you are going to declare what you haven't not yet. So the influencer gets some power from somewhere, right? That's called the confidence. And who is your confidence? From where you are going to get your energy? That's most important thing. So understand whatever is your imagination is creating that image, they were like that.
Founder and CEO Aziz Technologies and also motivational speaker to present his efforts.
Good morning, influencers! Good morning. मजा नहीं आया? Good morning, influencers! Good morning! May I have your attention at the last? Good morning! Good morning! That's wonderful. See, today we are meeting here for this Meet Influence with Influencer. And each one of you is here is an influencer. But the thing is that, how many of you know that you are influencer? I'm not talking about that how many followers you do have on YouTube, subscriber, etc., etc. I'm talking about how many of you know about you. Today, when we are at the end of this January, maximum people had the resolution that they are going to do this thing, that thing, blah, blah thing. But I don't know how many of you are on your words that you are continuing the same. If that's so, that what was the reason that the first 2 weeks you was able to do that so, but later you was not on your path? How many of you are struggling financially, physically, emotionally, psychologically? I just want to tell you today, this year is going to be an awesome year. How many of you want an awesome year in your life? Your response is going to deliver in your life. If you want, receive it. For receiving, you should have a receiving nature. So the influencer gets some power from somewhere, right? That's called the confidence. And who is your confidence? From where you are going to get your energy? That's most important thing. So if you are financially crushed, physically crushed, psychologically, economically, by any way, to be very honest, if you are going to receive it, you're going to get deliverance from those all problems. How many of you know that the problems in our life are just because of our greed or intentions that we do have? Yes, thank you so much for your response. Let me connect you with a story. Story is a very old ancient story about a Chinese monk who was on a visit for the peace, or you can say that his journey was to get the peace in the world. And when he was visiting here and there, in his journey, when he was going through the mountains, what he found that there is nothing, means it was just like we do have the Leh and Ladakh side, where there is no tree, no grass, nothing is there. So he was wondering that where he's going to get the rest. Fortunately, he found a small hut kind of thing in the ridge. He thought with his disciple that I am going to stay there for tonight and then I will continue my journey. What happened that as he was entering there, he found a very skinny person with his family, where his wife or kids, they all were, you can imagine that how skinny they was. So understand whatever is your imagination is creating that image, they were like that. They welcome him with the gratitude and give him whatever they can offer. So the monk asked, how do you survive in this barren place where I cannot find a single tree? They responded that we do have a cow. When they showed the cow was more skinny than them. You can count all the bones of that cow. And they tell that the cow gives them the milk. With that milk, they have something up the leftover. They make the cheese. and remaining portion they sell into the market, and just because of that, their survival is going on. Ladies and gentlemen, here there are so many people who may be on their survival. We could blush our faces with the makeup, we can dress up very nicely, we can have very beautiful words to decorate that we are good at position, but you know what is going inside. So there are a lot of things that is happening in your mind that you even don't know, or maybe you not really, the rest of the world is not knowing that how badly you are suffering. So the man said, okay, just give us something. They had in the morning, they said goodbye to them and they was walking. When they was continuing the journey, the monk found the cow is grazing aside the cliff. He said and commanded his disciple, go and throw that cow down. Now imagine if a logical person would be a disciple, what he would be thinking about the monk who he is following. That how selfish is that person. Entire night they serve them very nicely, they give everything whatever they had, and in the morning when there is no one, he's saying to throw that. So he was thinking, but the monk again pushed him, go and throw that cow. He pushed, threw, and they went away. Now, the story here is about the disciple who was continually thinking about that incident, that what happened after that the cow has died almost. There is nothing left them because the family was surviving on that cow. And that was the thing that he was continuously thinking. After some time, when he got a time, maybe 1 year, 2 years later, when he revisited that place and he was 100% sure that all family members must have died, nothing will be there. So suddenly what he saw, that there is a beautiful mansion there, all greenery on that side, and he was continually walking toward that place, was thinking that what happened with them. He went there. There was a man, he asked, long back here family used to live. He smiled that we used to live here. He was wondering that what happened suddenly. The skinny man is now glowing, a charming face is there, a very good physique is there. All the children and the family member are looking very nice. And then he said, what happened? The man told the story that one fine day, the cow fell from a cliff and they was totally broken. There was nothing left that they could survive. Few days they was thinking then what to do. And after that they found it out they have some skills. And utilizing those skills, they went here and there and built this entire empire. Friends, in our life, we do have that cow. If you are able to recognize that cow and going to push it from that cliff, trust me, you're going to regain whatever you have lost so far. We do have cows, different kinds of cows. When the word comes, influencer, everybody is recognizing them as a social media influencers. They are earning. We are making our cow more skinny. So how you want to receive it, if you are going to understand that from where you are going to get this power to come out from it, it's you and your word. The Bible says there is a life and death in your words. If you know how to utilize it, you will reap the fruit of it. So what you are going to produce with your word, the life or the death? How many of you usually thinks that you are sick, you have lackness, you don't have anything, you need extra support to make this thing happen positively? You do have a lot of excuses, but what you are not doing is commanding those problems. And if you are planning to command those problems, trust me, the same thing is going to happen in your life. Similar thing was happening in my life also. You know very well that how costly is Delhi right now. And buying a house is another story. But when I bought my house, I had only 1 lakh rupees in my pocket. I was looking for a rented house and the lady said only 3 people can stay here. I had given her advance and all, and she told me that how many members are there. I said 5-6 members will be there, and she told me that sorry, we cannot give you. And I was just carrying 1 lakh rupees in my pocket, and immediately I thought that I'm going to have my own house. Now, when you say this thing to your wife, definitely wife thinks when the person is saying that we are going to have a home, definitely some secret amount he has hidden somewhere that I'm not aware about it. And I told my wife, trust me, this is only what I could save. Now, what happened that when you take your first step, that's extremely impossible and the tough thing. But once you take that thing and influence yourself that yes, you are going to do it, trust me, influencer is inside of you. It's been 2 years since I'm living in that home. And I want to tell you also one thing. In this year, this 2025 is going to be an awesome year in your life if you are going to declare what you haven't not yet. So declare, because word has the power. Declare what you want to achieve. Just write down those things that whatever you want to achieve, and trust me, by the end of this 2025, I would love to see your comments on this video or wherever you can find it me that yes, I desire on that day, I declare on that day, and today I have it. Thank you so much.